because we are now getting some more breaking news vis-a-vis the same story that we are following. This is the highlights of the court order that we have managed to bring to you right here on CNN News 18. Now, as per the court order, the key points that we have ascertained is that the Archaeological Survey of India has ordered to investigate the age and the nature of the western wall of the Gyanvapi premises, where those the figures were there, where the prayers have been allowed at least once in a year for the petitioners. There is also the second point that the ground penetrating the radar study below the 3 domes at the site, that survey has also been allowed, and also the ground penetrating the wall beneath all the cellars. Even that part has been allowed. So these are the key details that we are actually, in fact, presenting. And in fact, to throw further light on what exactly has come out of the court, what are the key aspects of this order, let me actually bring in my legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar, who is also with us on the broadcast. Ananya, if you can break down all these points for us one by one, as to what really has come out of the court, and also what does it now suggest vis-a-vis this ASI scientific survey?
Well, definitely. This actually lays down the guidelines for an advocate for the scientific survey to be done by, in fact, the Archaeological Survey of India. And I'll quote some of the portions of this order for you. The director of ASI is directed to undertake the scientific investigation excavation survey at the property in question, and, in fact, submit its report by August 4. Now, what are the directions that have been issued to, in fact, the director is that the director of ASI is also directed to investigate the age and nature of the construction of the western wall of the building in question. They've also been asked to carry out a ground penetrating radar survey, which basically means that a radar would be put at the ground, and then radio waves would be sent in order to check as to what is beneath the ground. And it is not only beneath the western wall, but also below the 3 domes which are there under the, and specifically below the central dome is what has been said. In fact, it also goes on to say that the director of ASI is directed to conduct a dating exercise of the pillars. So basically what the dating exercise is, that by scientific investigations, the ASI would try to find out as to how old these pillars were, because it would then settle the debate as to whether these pillars or whether the structures have been found.
Right. Ananya, I just want to understand this one aspect. What does ground penetrating radar study really mean? Is this going to be digging, or is this going to be an on-ground activity that is going to be conducted by the ASI?
Well, if you specifically talk about a GPR exercise would actually be that transmitters would be placed on the ground, and then radars would be set up there. And with that particular radar, there would be, a radio wave sent downwards, and then that ray, when it goes down, it would reflect upon if there is a surface beneath that. And then the Archaeological Survey of India would find out actually what is beneath that surface by digging it. And that's particularly what is a GPR exercise. And apart from that, also excavations would be carried out. And the dating is a very, very important aspect we have, because with the dating, we'll get to know as to whether these pillars belong to pre-Aurangzeb era, or were they post Aurangzeb era, because that would actually settle the whole debate down as to whether it was a temple or it was a barren land on which that particular mosque was actually built.
Right. Thanks, Ananya, for all of those details.